Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Huang. In this video, I would like to introduce you our student project, Things Description Factory. And this project aims to create a WebGL application to simulate a smart factory based on the Web of Things standards. Uh, The idea of this project is that we send the things of description in JSON format to the WebGL server, to the web server, and then the message will be passed to the specified WebGL application to invoke the object's action. For example, if I send this JSON message to the server, as you can see, the robot are now doing the action based on the message I just sent to the server. And before we get into the detail, I would like to clarify that this JSON message was not exactly designed uh, according to the Web of Things standards. So this is just an example of how we can communicate with the WebGL application using JSON message. And according to the Web of Things standards, each URL should only be used for each URL should only be used to interact with one object. But in this video, I might use this URL several times to interact with multiple objects because I want to focus on demonstration the WebGL application. If you check the source code, you can see that we have actually implement a different API for each individual object. Okay, let's see what we can play with this WebGL application. I have already prepared this introduction in the Gitbook. You can just check the JSON message you need to interact with the specified object. For example, you can use this JSON message to operate the Mirobot number 1 to a specified position. Let's see, it's now moving, and I can also operate the Mirobot to pick a box on the table by sending this JSON message. Okay, I would like to have Mirobot number 2 to do this action. You can see it's now doing a series of action to pick this green box on the table. This signal tower, or you can call it signal line, is also interactable. We need a JSON message in this structure to interact with them. So I would like to delete this part of them because only signal power number 2 should be the one I would like to interact with. So if I send this JSON message to the server, you can see it turned red, and I just activated the blinking mode. I can also change the value to turn it off, and on again, but with different color and different intensity. Okay, so that was the signal tower, and this smart robot on the table, we call it Ozobot, and you can also operate this Ozobot in many ways by using this JSON message. You can have it turn around. Right. You can also have it to move forward. You can specify the movement speed. We need to enter the socket ID. See, it's now moving. Does it stop? Okay, it stopped. This red line on the table, we call them barriers. And once the Ozobot passed through this barrier, we can check the state of barrier to see one which Ozobot to see when did the Ozobot come across and left the area. I think we should be able to see the name, but okay, anyway. This one more function I implement for the Ozobot. That is the path following function. This function is not perfect yet, and it is actually kind of cumbersome and stupid, but but I think I can still demonstrate you a little bit. In the scene, you can see that there are many black lines, and these black lines are the path that Ozobot can travel around. And before using this path following function, I first need to select a path. For example, you can see there is an optional path in front of the Ozobot number 3. And then I can just use this JSON message to navigate the Ozobot number 3 to the path. You can see it is now initializing its position, and you can actually also use the get request to retrieve the state of Ozobot and see which option which path is available for the Ozobot to choose from. For example, you can see we have now 3 optional paths, and you can also actually just visually check the color of the small cube that's surrounding the Ozobot. If one of the cube turned green, it means that there is an optional path in that direction, and if it is white, it means that there is no available path in this direction. Sometimes it can turn red, which means there are more than one optional path in that direction. In that case, Ozobot can still select a path in that direction. It will just move itself to the next one, to the nearest one. Okay, now I would like to navigate the Ozobot to travel around the path on the right side. And we can use this JSON message to have Ozobot number 3 travel around the path. We just select, and you can see I just use this JSON key value to attach the camera to the Ozobot number 3. And the Ozobot can also collect the box on the table, which is you can see over there. And now I would like to have Mirobot to carry some of these boxes to me on the path on the Ozobot for on the Ozobot traveling path. I can send this message to the server. You can see we can operate multiple objects with one single JSON message. And you can see the Mirobot are now moving. We can actually also check their state. Mirobot. And the state of Mirobot number 3, the value of the uh, of this key, I mean the state of Mirobot is now true. This value means that it is now doing its action. And if we check it again, you can see it turns to the value false, which means it just finished its action. Now we can navigate Ozobot to collect the box. And you can see once it pick up the box, one of the LED lights on the top of Ozobot turned to the color of the box it just pick up. We can also check the color of this LED line on the Ozobot by sending the get request. You can see these three number refer to the 3 color channels: red, green, blue. Okay, let's just move forward. Okay, we select the path in front of the Ozobot again. We say go follow the line, and we select the path in front of Ozobot again, and forward, front, move forward. And now if I say I would like to go around this yellow box by selecting the path on the right side, I can just send this JSON message to the server, and right, and we just went around the yellow box. Say it. Okay, now if I say it, I would like to go back to the place we were. I can select the path on the left side, left, and follow the line. Okay, that was the demonstration. If you want more detail, you can just check the introduction in the gitebook. I have already prepared all the information you need to set up the system and to interact with the object. I would like to mention again that this project is just an example of the this is just an example. I mean, many of the implementation are not yet strictly according to the Web of Things standards. And you might also meet some bugs that have not been fixed yet. But I still hope that there is something that will help you. This project is now open source, and if you are interested in which of the implementation, you can just check the source code. I think that's it. Thanks for watching.